Hey friends, my name is Patty Mason, also known as Pepper Spray Patty, and for the last 5 years, going on 6 years, I cannot believe that September will be 6 years. Now unfortunately Hey friends, my name is Patty Mason. Cut. Hey friends, my name is Patty Mason. Hey friends, in case you don't know it, my name is Patty Mason, but I've also been known as Pepper Spray Patty. And for the last 5 years, almost 6 years, I have been Hey friends, in case you don't know it, my name is Patty Mason, but I've also been known as Pepper Spray Patty. And for almost 6 years now, I have been teaching and training women how to confidently defend themselves. And I've been doing this in a few different avenues, including how to use pepper spray properly, what are some of the non-lethal personal protection devices that are out there for those of you that are not at a point where you are comfortable with a firearm. There are other options for you. And then also how to physically defend yourself. Now, in addition to fighting back and defending yourself in a situation where your life is in danger, there's a lot of stuff that I also teach that is in the realm of prevention. And I want to go a little bit deeper into some of those things in a video series talking about how to prevent being a victim. And it's going to start all up here. and that's the toughest thing, I think, for most people when they come into a self-defense class. Well, I'm going to back up. Mindset is a big part of what will help you to even take a self-defense class. Because let's think about it. If you struggle with self-confidence, you will probably struggle with whether or not you are worth fighting for. You are worth, and this is a tough one, and that's why I'm starting off with confidence and mindset right off the bat, because when someone takes one of my classes, and now to be clear, I teach a very basic physical defense, and my goal is to give anyone, regardless of your age or your physical abilities, the tools to be able to confidently defend yourself. But you have to have enough belief in yourself to attend the class, and that's probably the toughest obstacle to get over in self-defense is self-confidence or a lack of self-confidence. And so what can you do if you don't feel that do you feel that you don't have the ability to defend yourself? You don't feel that you're worth defending? You don't feel that you have the strength? It all comes down to doubt. What do you doubt? What fears do you have? What holds you back from standing up for yourself? Now, I can stand here and I can say, you got to believe in yourself, you got to do this, you got to do that. But the reality is, I get it, friends. I get what it's like. At this point, I'm 44 years old, and I've had some things happen in my life that have beat me down and have faltered my confidence. So I get that it's not that simple to just say, hey, show up at the class, learn how to do it, and stand up for yourself. I know that it's not that simple. And so the first thing that I want to do is start out with a small exercise of how you can start to build your confidence and your self-worth. And this is a really simple exercise. All you're going to do is I want you to go and I want you to stand in front of the mirror. And I want you to think of where you would like to be. What? Because if you don't have confidence in yourself right now, I can't say to you, I want you to stand in front of the mirror and I want you to tell yourself that you are strong. Because you're probably not going to get up and go do it. So I want you to think of, what is it that you want? If you could have a superpower, if you could change something about yourself in regard to your strength and your confidence and your ability to stand up for yourself, what would you want? You want to be unstoppable? Then that's the word I want you to pick. But I want you to think of one word that you would like to describe yourself with. Enough, strong, unstoppable, confident, powerful, in control. I know that's 2 words, but we'll count it as one. What is it that you want? I want you to think of that word that would describe what would give you power. Your power word. For me, it's unstoppable. Because for me, and many of you know my story, I'm a victim of domestic violence. And that's how Pepper Spray Patty got started. And when I got beat down, I already had some struggles and some challenges in my confidence at that point. And then somebody was able to manipulate and twist my thoughts that I questioned the strength that I did have. And I had a lot of doubts. And I had a lot of doubts. And I didn't know that I had questions on my self-worth until it all happened. And then I had no self-worth. Not because someone had beat me up, but because I realized I didn't know how to defend myself. Up until that point, I thought I was a confident, independent, strong woman who, I would never let anyone take me. I would never let anyone hit me. Don't you dare, because it'll be the last time. Well, when that moment comes and I didn't stand up for myself, and the reality hit that when it comes to that kind of, I have a mouth, I have enough voice to say, hey, stop. But when that person doesn't stop, it had to go to the next level, and I didn't have those skills. I had no freaking clue, because I had never thought about, well, what if? What if somebody does hurt you? What if someone does hit you? What if someone does try to take you? What are you going to do? I had never thought about what are you going to do if it happens, if and when it happens. Why? Because I really thought it would never happen to me. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't think it would happen to me. I thought that I was smart enough to be able to see the signs and stop it before I got to that point. I thought I was cautious. in my life. I thought I was aware. You know, when they say pay attention to your surroundings, it's not just looking around. It's seeing. You have to be conscious and aware. And that's why I like the, awareness. Particularly calling it, in self-defense, situational awareness. Because every situation is going to be different and it's going to require you a different level of awareness. But it's more than just looking. It's really paying attention. It's absorbing and a thought process of when you see something, your brain immediately recognizing it. Is this normal? Is this okay? Do we have to be concerned? Your brain is constantly evaluating, not just paying attention to your surroundings, but being aware of everything happening around you and evaluating it to constantly understand what level of awareness you need to be at and what skills you need to be utilizing at that time. Now, I know I'm jumping way ahead, and I don't want this to be daunting for you, but don't worry. We're working up to that, and also it's a habit now at this point in my life where I don't even think about it. It's just automatically happening. My eyes are constantly looking around, and my brain is going as I'm doing my day-to-day things. So what I've done is I've been able to get in tune with my gut instincts, with my intuition, and my brain, and kind of put it all together. And there's a process that happens in the background while I'm doing my everyday things. That's why I tell people, I go, don't come up from behind me, and try to grab at me, because my brain has an automatic response to that, and you're probably not going to like it. So anyways, let's get back to that confidence. So you got your power word. What is it? Are you powerful? What is it that you feel that is lacking, that is holding your confidence back? So I said that my word is unstoppable. I want to be unstoppable when it comes to my safety. Once you have your word, now I want you to go stand in front of the mirror. And I want you to create an I am statement using that word. So my I am statement would be, I am unstoppable. And so that's the next thing that I want you to do, is I want you to say the statement out loud. Now, it may come out in the beginning, I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. I am unstoppable. And that's okay. We are building your confidence. Building your confidence. Don't worry if you don't know, how is standing in front of the mirror, Patty, and saying I am unstoppable gonna make me unstoppable? I'm not the one with the psychology degree. Of course, I do say I have a 13-year saloon psychology degree because I was a bartender for 13 years. But I'm not going to tell you how the brain all works. I can tell you that this works. So just trust me on this. Just go with it. If you do it, it will work. Now, you may have to do this every day, multiple times a day. Anytime that you start to feel weak, not enough, a lack of confidence, not in control, whatever it is, when you start to feel that anxiety, that pain, that fear, whether you're in front of a mirror or not, I want you to say out loud your power statement. I am unstoppable. Trust me, anytime I get on the highway and I see all that traffic and cars are whizzing by and I'm trying to keep up, and like I feel like I want to do the speed limit, but nobody else is, and I'm trying to go, and I'm trying to stay with traffic, and I'm trying to not piss anyone off, and I'm trying to get to my destination without an accident. And highways have always been, like the big 94s, it's always been intimidating to me. And so there was a time where I had to, before I got on the highway. I am unstoppable. And I'll tell you, hands on the wheel, white knuckling at times. That's all it was. I'm unstoppable. 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 Okay, and at a certain point, it's like, yeah. But get excited about that. If you are sitting there and I'm unstoppable, I'm unstoppable, your brain is not going to believe it. You're going to need to stand in front of that mirror. Now, there are times where you're just going to say, I'm unstoppable, and just, like I was talking about on the road. But at least once a day, I want you to go in front of that mirror, and I want you to look yourself in the eye, and I want you, with as much confidence as you can find, and if it has to be loud, that's okay, because you need to talk louder than the voices in your head. So I want you to stand there and I want you to say, I am unstoppable. Keep saying it until you get to that point where you're loud. I'm unstoppable. The more that you say this out loud, the more that your brain will start to believe it. Now, that's why I say don't just do it that once a day standing in front of the mirror. You're going to have to do it other times too. And that may be under your breath or in your head. You may be, at work getting, right here in your ear, your boss or a supervisor or even a coworker, you're no good, you're worthless, you're pathetic, you can't do this, you can't do this job. And the whole time you're sitting there, I'm unstoppable. Yes, boss. Yep. And you're telling yourself that. What you're doing is you are reprogramming your brain to believe that you are unstoppable. Now, let's get into, just for a second, well, all I'm doing is convincing myself of something that I'm not. That thought's going to pop up, and I want to address that thought. This is not pretending. Listen, friends, I've been around this industry for a little while now, and the brain, the mind is powerful. Powerful. You don't have to believe me. They've been saying it for a long time. You can go on YouTube or anywhere, and anyone who talks about motivation is going to tell you that yes, the brain, the mind is a powerful weapon and a powerful tool. Regardless of whatever your beliefs are, I am a believer in God, and a believer in the Bible, and a believer in Jesus Christ. And a perfect example of how I know the brain is the mind is a very powerful tool is because it is the most used tool by the devil. Think about it. Why do we have all these negative, bad thoughts in our head? Why are we constantly telling ourselves, oh, you're not good enough for that. You can't do that. You wouldn't be successful at that. You're not able to do that. You can't fight back. You don't deserve to fight back. There's a battlefield happening in our mind. There's a battle happening in our mind. Who's in control? Are you in control, or are those thoughts in control? As I said, the mind is a powerful thing. There's tons and tons of research out there, and of course, motivational videos and things like that. So, trust me, if you don't, go do your own research and take a look. This does work. Now, if you want to help make this even more powerful, then it's not just standing there looking in the mirror and looking into your own eyes. There's a stance, too, that you can add to it that increases that belief in your power. And so, just standing, and that's why I say stand in front of the mirror. I don't want you sitting, because then we're going to slouch. Let's just be realistic. You're going to stand. You're going to stand up as straight as you can get. You're going to pull your shoulders back. Put your hands on your shoulders, or on your hips. I tell people, there's a reason Superman stands like this, because he looks the most powerful this way. So I want you to stand there. I want your hands on your hips, feet shoulder width apart. If you need to have a little bit of a bend in the knees, a little bounce, but I want to see that I want to see that stance. Bring those shoulders back, that chest out. Think about Superman standing. I want to see that in front of the mirror. I am unstoppable. Got my power pose. Got my affirmation. Now I'm going to put some volume on it. I am unstoppable. The more you tell yourself that, the more you're going to believe it. So this is your first assignment in confidence building and mindset preparedness for self-defense. I'd love to hear from you in the comments of what your power statement is and how you felt after this exercise. Thanks, friends. We'll see you soon.